Shalom. Before I begin this video, first and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rachak Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that continually rule very well to this very day. That is continually feeding the flock through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And also Shalom to the whole elect that is also doing the same things in this work. That's showing forth your diligence and your faith by pushing forth this ministry and this gospel to the other members of the hopeful elect in truth and in all sincerity and in all charity. Now, the topic of this video is going to be entitled, The Spiritual Exam is Starting. And when I say the spiritual exam is starting, this is basically the ultimate test in which we here at Great Millstone, started with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, on down to the rest of the brothers that have been prophesying for years and years on end through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. We've been speaking on this test, in which the test, or a spiritual test, which is a test of your faith, is going to come by way of Jacob's trouble. Because as you see it today, the things that we see right now is only going to get worse. It's not going to get better. So with the lockdowns of the cities, that is a perfect recipe for Jacob's trouble. And if you been checking out the videos from other brothers and the apostles and elders have been speaking on those videos as well, showing our people, Jake, so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, not taking this thing seriously. When they enforce a lockdown, Jake look at it as a joke. There was a video circulating that Jake was out trying to go to the beach in Miami, and the police force, the ones that were policing that area, they broke that up. All right, and it almost turned into a brawl because of that. And also as well, you already have the case of New York, where it's a complete lockdown. There's absolutely, it's basically a ghost town now. All right, nobody's out and about as you would normally see. The city that you know is the city that never sleeps. Now that city is starting to go to sleep now. All right, and also other cities as well that's going on lockdowns because of the quote unquote pandemic of the coronavirus, in which we all know this is planned. Okay, it's planned, and it's all an excuse to enact the New World Order agenda, which is set forth by the higher ups of Esau, which is the bankers. All right, the ones you never hear about: the Rothschild family, the Rockefeller family, the Gettysburg family. They have an agenda, and they always plan for the agenda. And now the agenda is being pushed, and this is the perfect situation to do it. Okay, but not to stray too far off the topic. This is the test that we got to go through. All right, because you have it's going to be a case of forced vaccinations. And during that time, that is also a perfect scenario for the mark of the beast, which is the RFID microchip. All right, because when you go into the book of Revelations, the 13th chapter and the 16th chapter, when it speaks about the mark of the beast, that is indeed, in fact, talking about the RFID microchip. All right, and which is talking about the microchip technology, in which is permanent. It's not a case of taking the chip and then removing it right afterwards. when everything is over. No, that's going to be a permanent fixture within the body, whoever takes it. All right, because that's the final, the one of the final stages, or the final task of the agenda of the elites with the New World Order. They not only want the resources of this world and all the possessions, but they also want the people to own them, to control them. Why? Because they look at themselves as the Most High. So, and they know that the Most High is in control. So they want to be in control. And the way they're trying to do it is with the microchip. That's why the scriptures say if you take that chip, you're going to be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of Yahweh Shai, in the presence of the elect angels. All right? But I'm going to go ahead and jump into the precepts that I have here. So Revelation chapter 3, verse 10, this is because thou hast kept the word of my patience, right? And what is keeping the word of the Most High's patience, all right? It's by doing his work. That's how you keep the word of the Most High's patience, all right? Because why? Because the Most High commanded us to go out and to teach this word and be faithful, okay? To have faith and have works, okay? Like the scriptures say, let me see if I can get it real quick. It's in the Apocrypha. All right, this is 2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 7. It says, and everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works, right? Which is completely contrary to what the people in the church tell you concerning what to do to be saved or to be delivered. They tell you all you have to do is go to church and put your money in the church and you'll be all right. You'll be taken care of. No, you got to work, man. You got to work for Yahweh Shai, all right? That's why the prophets are also known as the servants within the scriptures, okay? It says, and everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, right? Faith and works, pursuing the book of James, whereby ye have believed. And that's the thing, man. You have to believe in this thing, man. Okay? Like the scriptures say, he that believeth not is already condemned, roughly paraphrasing. Verse 8, shall be preserved from the said perils. All right, so the one that'll be able to escape by his works and by faith is going to be preserved from the said perils, right? And shall see my salvation in my land, which is what? Israel. And within my borders. For I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. Right, and that's a deep scripture. Because the Lord sanctified the ones who are to be delivered from the beginning. The elect, the 1/3 of the nation of Israel. So this has already been planned out. So when this exam starts, or this test, rather, the test of faith begins, the elect is going to pull through no matter what. No matter what adversity comes, no matter what happens. The elect are going to pull through. The ones who are deemed to be delivered are going to pull through the test, and they're going to pass, all right? But the 2/3 of Israel, 2/3 of our people, they're not going to pass that test, all right? The majority, and the majority that makes up the 2/3 number are the ones that don't know Yahweh Shai, the ones that don't know the Lord, all right? And then you have ones that do know the Lord, but they have ulterior motives and really don't believe. Okay. Verse 9, it says, then shall they be in pitiful case. And who's the they that's talking about? That's the 2/3 number which I mentioned earlier. which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments. For such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me. Okay? And that's it on that. Let me go ahead and move on to the next scripture. Actually, I'm going to go back to Revelation 3rd chapter. Slakia. Revelation chapter 3, verse 10. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. All right, so the hour of temptation is going to try us. All right. So we're all going to be tested in that day. So again, it says, because we have kept the word of Yahweh Shemel Shai's patience, and it takes patience in this work. So we have been patiently waiting for this to happen, man. And now it's happening. So the Lord's going to keep us from the hour of temptation. And what's that hour of temptation? The hour of temptation is talking about when they force the chip, or they mandate the chip, and people have to take it. All right, that's the hour of temptation. Okay, and like I said, they're by the way of doing a forced vaccination. All right, they could very well use the chip in that same scenario. There's a video that is also circulating around. I believe the Apostle Elder Gabar did a response video to the Elder Yashawamba's video with a person that reported on the scenario of when people are going to be forced to be vaccinated. All right, the cities are going to be locked down. There's going to be what you call choke points at each interstate, entering in and out of the city, and that's where they check whether you've been vaccinated or not. All right, and if you haven't been vaccinated, right, they have transportation lined up for you to be carted off to a concentration camp. All right, that's the reality, man. That's what we're coming into. And like I said before, man, the ones that don't believe, they're going to get caught out there. So again, reading it again, it says, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Behold, I come quickly. Right, and the Lord is fastly approaching. That reminds me of another video of the chariot that was making its way towards the planet Earth, man. It was bigger than the planet Earth, man. It's way bigger than the planet Earth that was heading towards our way, which was recorded by NASA. All right. So the Lord's coming quickly, man. All right, he is at the door still, and he's ready. So again, it said, behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. Right. So we have the crown, man, but you got to hold on to it for dear life. All right. So moving on from there, I'm going to grab this last precept. It's like here. So 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 13. It says, there hath no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. Right, because as a man, we're in his flesh. We're tempted 24/7. All right, especially if you're a man of the Lord, you're going to be facing temptation on every side, man. Pursuant to Sirach, the 2nd chapter, it said, if you come to serve the Lord, prepare your soul for temptation. Okay, so it says, there hath no temptation taken you, but such as common to man. But the Most High, Yahweh Shemel Shai, is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able. All right, so the Lord is not going to allow you to be tempted above what you're able to handle. All right. The Most High doesn't operate like that. if you're a man of the Lord and you've been holding fast to the word of the Lord's patience, which I just read earlier, you've been holding fast to the faith and giving diligence to make your calling and election sure, guess what, man? The temptation that's going to come is not going to overtake you. All right? It says, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it. Right, so the Lord, time and time again, he makes ways for the men of the Lord to be able to escape those temptations. All right? So that you're able to bear it. So you're able to handle that. All right? So the way that he also delivered the men of the Lord out of temptation back in the ancient world is going to be no different than today. All right? You know, the Lord's not asleep somewhere out in the outer reaches of the heavens. Okay? Because the Lord constantly watches, man. And also as well, just to make a quick point before I end it off, the Lord also have put us through situations in the past years so that we'll be able to rely on him to the fullest. All right? You know, I can speak for myself. Other brothers can also attest to it, that the Lord will put you through certain, I want to say quizzes, since we're coming into the exam. He'll put you through quizzes and tests to prove you. All right? Because that's how you do with gold and silver. You put it through fire. When you put it through fire, it takes away the impurities. All right? And it makes it that precious material, that precious gold, that precious silver. And just like he did with his men, he put his men through the fire, put it through situations, and we come out of it. All right, we come out of it faster. We come out of it stronger spiritually, and now we're able to handle more. All right, because I will tell you this: for the ones that are just now waking up or realizing. Or the ones that are going to wake up at the last minute, because you know you're going to have some that's going to run into this at the last moments. It's going to be a lot more harder for them than it is for the ones that are seasoned. Okay, because they haven't been through as much as the apostle elders have been through. Okay, but with that, I'm going to go ahead and end off on that note. Lord's will is edifying to the elect of the nation of Israel. Till next time, once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem El-Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well to this day. Shalom, peace and safety, and salutations to the hopeful elect that is also giving your due diligence to make your calling and election sure, and faith and truth and sincerity and all charity. And with that, I'm going to say shalom.